In my lesson, I will never teach you to do this grammar OK もらう So future tense, past tense, te form, stem form, and a verb, negative, positive, progressive, negative, progressive. We don't do. Because it's just you get confused and you will just demotivated and you will just quit. Or you're gonna spend 5 years, you will spend $10,000 and still you cannot speak. So, just learn it more simply, okay? That's the way actually I became an English speaker because I stopped being a professor. This is progressive. This is a negative, progressive, positive, progressive, future tense, past tense, stem form, te form, Japanese expression, Japanese vocabulary, 50,000 words, and let's go kanji. Are you sure? Hi, what's up everyone? My name is Terumi. I am native Japanese teacher, but I don't teach you grammar or words, thousands of vocabulary, and it's boring Japanese study. When you open a textbook, you just feel like tired. I will never teach like this way. Actually, I was teaching grammar for almost for 4 years because I became a Japanese teacher 6 years ago because before becoming a Japanese teacher, I was a cooking teacher in Tokyo. And I moved to Europe. What I gonna do? What can I do? Okay, let's teach Japanese. And then I start buying a lot of textbook. What is going on Japanese language industry? And I, learn a lot of actually Japanese grammar that I never learned. As a native, we never learn grammar. So if you start doing the grammar, because it's so many Japanese language industry teach grammar, you will be screwed. Today, you will exactly understand you should never, start doing the grammar. Because first of all, one thing I will definitely, clearly, I can say, is you will never be able to speak Japanese by grammar study. Quite many people cannot accept this reality, but it's, for example, I think met more than 300 Japanese learners, and I really see how actually making a progress. And 300 students, even no one became a Japanese speaker. Never be able to speak Japanese with a grammar study. Why? Because it's Japanese language and the English language is a very, very, very different. Nothing is the same. I became English speaker. I started learning English 6 years ago. And I became English speaker. And I can speak Greek. And I'm learning German. And I can really understand. It's grammar study. It's a little bit work if you study English to German or German to Greek, Greek to Spanish or Italian. Its theory is much, much similar compared to Japanese. Japanese you go is a totally different things. It's almost we don't have any similarity. So that's why if you start doing the grammar, what I understand is, first of all, like business level, it's called like JLPT N3, like certificate if you want to have. You need at least like 3-4 years if you're doing, for example, 1 or 2 hours per week with the teacher, plus you study by yourself. Almost like every day you study for 3 or 4 years, you will have like a kind of this N3, which is a kind of business level. So like I calculated, for example, if you pay 20 euro per hour with the teacher, and then you spend 5 years, 4 years, around you're gonna spend $9,000, plus you're gonna buy a lot of textbook that I show you actually yesterday. Around you need $10,000 plus time and energy, and then like suffer to actually this memorize kanji words and grammar, which is kind of never ending story. So that's why, while teaching as a teacher, I realized that it's waste of time. That is this 5 years or 4 years you're gonna spend money, energy, and your mentality is like really, really negative because you feel never ending story, and then you don't feel the progress. So when you are not feeling the progress, you're not enjoying. You feel like you're not smart enough, and then it's really not good, because you have to enjoy, because you can find a job in Japan, you can make friends in Japan, so many things you can do if you can communicate. It's a dreaming place, one of the biggest city in the world, Tokyo. If you can communicate, you can do so many things. But it's when you actually, demotivating, you will usually give up in the middle of study. It's only we have two choices, that you'll be able to speak Japanese or you will never be able to speak Japanese. And it's just gone, the time and your textbook. So today, let's go my method. How actually you can be a Japanese speaker in just 2 months. You can start communicating nicely, and you will never be demotivated yourself. And then let's start today. And then you will never feel difficult. One thing, please promise me, you will just practice 10 minutes every day. 10 minutes every day. Okay, you don't need 4 hours or 5 hours every day, because this is, you just feel tired, and then you feel like too much study, and then you feel like never gonna finish. So you just need 10 minutes per day, and you will see exactly clear progress. Okay, so you have to enjoy. It's not study. It's just a habit. It's just a habit. It's like a language. Speaking is a life. My life is just to improve a 1 sentence per day. 1 sentence per day. So that's why exactly you will earn 1 sentence, 2 sentences, 3 sentences, and then 1 year later, you will have 365 sentences, which is very confident sentences. Okay? Otherwise, what is a particle? What is a past tense? Future tense? What was a vocabulary? What was a kanji? You're not computer. This is only like Google Translation can do, and you are forgetting. And then you are like demotivated, and then it's particle, past tense, future tense, expression. It's just, you will never finish Japanese. Okay, so that's why something really simple. Today, I'm gonna just introduce this. Can I have some water? Can I have some water? Really, really useful, right? Really useful, but maybe you don't know yet. 水もらってもいいですか？水もらってもいいですか？ So I can explain what is this exactly. So 水 is first of all, it's water, right? 水 is water. And this is a noun. Okay? Japanese language, we don't have female word or male word or neutral. So it's just all the time you can use it, water. Okay? Even you don't need a or the or something. Okay? 水もらってもいいですか? So if you want to learn the grammar, what is going on, this もらってもいいですか? もらう is a verb. Okay? もらう is verb. And its meaning is not can I have. もらう means receive, to receive. So we are not saying can I have. We are saying receive the water. Okay? So もらうis to receive. But we cannot connect actually もらう can I have this expression. いいですか? いいですか is it okay? Because いい means good. いい means good. いいですか because it's か is a question. So いいですか is it okay? And we don't say もらういいですか? Receive is it okay? We can't connect because this is grammatically it's wrong. So then we have to make it's called て form of verb もらう to もらって. So even we don't say もらうてもらって. This is called て form. If you really want to learn what is て form, you can just search Japanese grammar verb て form. But I really don't recommend. It's gonna be a super like confusing. It's just you can learn as a phrase. Okay, as a phrase. If you wanna say, can I have something? Is you can just say something もらってもいいですか? Something もらってもいいですか? You don't need to divide each grammar, each word, because I said もらう is to receive, but you have to say もらって because that's a rule. To connect is it okay? もらう to もらってもいいですか? This is the expression which is can I do? So asking the permission. So that's why もらってもいいですか? If you try to search the grammar, there are so many grammar behind. But you just want to speak, okay? You don't need to be a professor of Japanese language. Then just learn it. Can I have something? Is anytime you just say something もらってもいいですか? Something もらってもいいですか? Something もらってもいいですか? In my lesson, I will never teach you to do this grammar. Okay, もらう. So future tense, past tense, て form, stem form, and a verb, negative, positive, progressive, negative, progressive. We don't do. Because it's just you get confused and you will just demotivate it and you will just quit. Or you're going to spend 5 years, you will spend $10,000 and still you cannot speak. So just learn it more simply, okay? That's the way actually I became an English speaker because I stopped being a professor. This is progressive. This is a negative progressive, positive progressive, future tense, past tense, stem form, te form. Japanese expression, Japanese vocabulary, 50,000 words and let's go kanji. Are you sure? Are you sure? You are losing the time that you cannot buy, and its time is coming, and then it's just you want to speak, right? You just want to speak, right? Just learn it. Something もらってもいいですか? It's just simple. My daughter, 5 years old, never asked me, tell me grammar. Tell me what is a progressive. Tell me what is a tail form. It's not useful to really divide the all particle and the grammar, which is totally different from English. Can I have? But we are saying, is it okay to receive the water? So this is actually we are saying. So just learn more simply, and more important things is to learn the native phrases. Native phrases so you can actually speak naturally, immediately, and practice pronunciation. Yes. So let's do this. And just you can enjoy and forget about grammar. So if you want to change your life with a Japanese speaking skill, seriously, join our master course, 2 months. So you can be ready to communicate with Japanese people after 2 months. So for example, you can maybe make Japanese friends, you can enter the Japanese company, you can try more conversation with Japanese people every day. So that's why your speaking skill grow up every day. So these 2 months, we're gonna make a perfect the foundation of your Japanese speaking skill. Then you can start speaking with Japanese people, real life or social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, or anywhere that you can actually have the chance to speak. So if you really want to change your life seriously with Japanese communication skill, speech skill, presentation skill, for the business, for the private, let's join the master course.